everyone, Shawn from the CFP. I just wanted to do kind of a spring summer update, circle back around, get back in touch. We've been experiencing such an unusual year this past year, and I can't tell you how many different conversations I've had, and they've looked so many different ways. We've got clients who are experiencing above average business growth, all the way to clients who have suffered tremendously through a variety of different periods of retraction during COVID. So it's certainly been a challenge at different times. But there's two things that are coming up a lot lately that I'd like to talk about for a moment. And we've come up in the podcast. Corey and I have our own podcast, The Mind and Money Show, which is on Spotify and Apple iTunes for anyone who's not listened, or some of you will have listened. But these two themes are predominant and coming up lots right now. Is one, inflation is coming up a lot. And, we see it in the headlines, and we're all questioning, how's this going to affect me? What's it going to do to my portfolio? What should I know about it? And the second one is, is really related to that. Is the fixed income side of your portfolio, your investment portfolio. So a couple of things I want to talk about was inflation. What's it looking like? Where are we seeing it? We're seeing a lot of that, obviously, in the real estate sector, as we see housing prices just increasing at dramatically high rates that Ottawa has not seen for some time. And clearly, we've had a really healthy real estate sector, but this is an unusually high growth and in a very rapid time period. We've also seen building materials. So as building materials increase in cost, you see that cost being offset into the housing cost. So there is a lot of predictions coming up that we're going to experience some significant increases in inflation. We've already seen some preliminary numbers, which look a little higher than we've had in the past. So on your financial plans, we want to make sure that those numbers are being projected properly. But if we need to go back now to circle back around to your investments and how's this going to affect you? So inside your investments, you're going to have fixed income and you're going to have equities. And of course, the fixed income is going to be things like bonds and GICs and your cash holdings. And on your equity side, you're going to have exposure to stocks and the performance of the different markets. So the biggest impact of inflation is going to be against your fixed income and the performance of your bonds. And there's a variety of different fixed income products. And I won't get into this in this update, but we need to look at that, because if your fixed income is feeling a significant amount of pain, that means that what you believed was a secure portfolio potentially will be experiencing losses, while meanwhile, what we thought was risky, which was with the equity side of your portfolio, may be experiencing some significant increases. The best way to combat inflation is certainly going to be to have a healthy allotment inside of anything that's exposure to commodities or anything that's exposed to equities. We just want to make sure that that blend is proper, because of course, the more exposure we have to equities, the more volatility we can experience during some retraction. So that's what we forget, is we don't want to just assume that equities are always safe, because they're not always safe. They may outperform fixed income on the short term. We want to get that number right. That's important. So if there's a takeaway, let's take away a conversation about fixed income. Let's make sure we have the proper allotment there. And let's make sure we have your portfolio set up to perform during periods of inflation. And that would be one of the tips I have right now. Lastly, before I go, I wanted to mention a good book that I've been reading lately. It was referred to me by a colleague, and I throw it to Jason there. Thank you so much. But one of the excellent books, The Daily Stoic, excellent. I've talked about books on this updates before. I think it's a great read if you're looking for anything to put on your bedside table and get into. Any questions, please let us know. Now's a really great time. Summertime is a great time to start looking at updating your financial plan, making sure your insurance is in place, making sure that you've taken just daily planning opportunities to increase your monthly contributions or annual contributions to your investment plans, making sure you understand if retirement is looming, that you've looked at how much retirement income am I going to take, what's the tax bracket going to be like, do I have questions on how to receive the income, and in what order, because of course that's what we specialize in. We'd love to be able to talk to you about that. Have a great day. Please let us know if you have any questions. Take care.